Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. We are continuing with monthly Cavalier difficulty EQ and we're going to do chapter 2.2 today. So the nodes here are going to be punishment glutton for skill champions. So they will gain a fury buff that will give them 35% increased damage every time a debuff expires on the defender, and there is rapid metabolism where the defender will shrug off debuffs 40% faster. So all of that really helps if you bring in your best counters that are going to be skill champions. So Blade is amazing. You can also use Nick Fury, Black Widow, Deadly Origin with all her shocks work really well. So all those champions I mentioned right up here. The boss fight is going to be a new champion, Silver Centurion, who is a tech champion, and there's quite a few counters to him. He's a metal champion, so Magneto works as well. Also, any champion with armor break works really well against him. So we'll discuss that more about him once we get into the fight. For the paths, there are 5 different paths here. The easy path we're gonna do is going to be with void and thing at the end of it. When I say easy path, I mean there are less number of nodes that we have to deal with. The other ones are trial by fire, rolling thunder, long distance relationship, and physical resistance as well. But before we jump into the easy path walkthrough, guys, make sure to like the video, leave a comment down below, give me your feedback if this is the right format for the monthly EQ videos or you want to see something else. I would love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. Now the first defender is going to be the Void. Now with Void, you know that you have to build up to 8 to 9 hits and not use the 10th hit, because after the cooldown timer below his bar of power, he will try to put a debuff on you that you can purify with the 10th hit. So what I would like to do is always go up to 18 or 19 or anything multiple of 8 hits and not use the 10th hit and wait for the cooldown timer. But with skill champions, most of them have this chance to they can shrug off the debuff. So you don't have to worry about that. I am using Moleman here who can easily shrug off debuff if he's not in a frenzy mode. So that's what I'm trying to do, just shrugging them off and then hitting him. Right now I had a debuff on me, so I use an SP3. SP3 has 5 hits, so I will get up to 10 hits and I will shrug off that debuff as well. So if you take care about that against Void, and with all those bleeds stacking up, you will gain a lot of extra series from punishment gluten as they expire, and you can bring them down very easily. Next defender is going to be a Daredevil's Hell Kitchen. So with him, you need to be careful with his rage stacks, and he can shrug off your debuffs very quick. So just bring in a Bleed champion or even a Shock champion. Black Widow Deadly Origin will work really well here. So you just stack those up, and as they expire, you will get all of those furies on you and you can hit him. If you are having trouble navigating around his debuff shrugging off, you can just wait for his heavy attack and then you can retaliate, and he will die very quick. Next defender is going to be Venom the Duck. So I am trying to use as many different skill champions to showcase how to use them. You can bring in one skill champion with all the synergies and do this path faster as well. I've just used Moleman, then I've used Hitmonkey, and I'm going to use Blade. And for the next fight, I'll probably use a Nick Fury. So you can bring in different champions as you like. The whole concept is to apply debuffs on your opponent, and then they will shrug it off or they will expire and you will get Furies. And the more the Furies, the shorter the fight will be, because you will get more damage and be easier to kill off the defenders. Next up is going to be a Symbiote Supreme. Now it's a pretty easy and simple fight. Try not to dex much because he can put stagger on you and give you damage when you dex by nullifying that. Just try to stay in his face, and because he will not gain power, you can just take him to a corner and also spam your heavies. So you can bring in champions who do a lot of damage on your heavies. So for example, you can bring in Hitmonkey. You can also use Nick Fury and use your heavy attacks and give him a lot of damage with those internal bleeds. If not, again, any shock champion will work as well, any debuff champion, and you can stack up the Furies and kill him really quick because his power gain rate is really slow. Next defender is going to be a Hela, so I'm just going to build up the monster mass with 5 heavies, and once I go into frenzy I will start hitting into her and those bleeds will stack very fast, and as they expire I will keep getting furies and then I will lay into her and kill her off very fast. That is like the whole gist of the path. Bring champions that can apply debuffs, and as they expire you get your furies and then you can kill off. Again, you can do the same with also 4-star champions. You can bring in champions with a lot of debuffs and all those furies will stack and you will have a lot of damage. So it wouldn't matter what the star rating is, you can easily kill off the defenders. And the last defender on the path is going to be a Thing. Now with Thing you can bring in champions that apply bleeds, but it's not going to help because that is not going to give you furies. So I would rather bring you champions that have good critical rating. So I'm talking about your Hitmonkey. Also Blade has some good critical rating as well. Also Nick Fury. So bring in champions that can really kill him faster. Also you can bring in Falcon here and you can stay away you can use the lockdown, and with lockdown he will not gain any rock stacks, and Falcon will also receive critical bonus, so that is also a good option to bring here. You will notice that Hitmonkey is just melting him off. I'm just careful about the rock stacks. They will not stack mostly because Hitmonkey will apply bleeds and bleeds reduce the rock stacks. And the boss fight is going to be against the Silver Centurion, who is a new champion imported from Marvel Realm of Champions. Now again, he is a metal champion, so of course your best champion against him would be Magneto easily. If not, I would suggest you to use armor break champions, because once you armor break him, he's also susceptible to bleed and also he can be shocked. So yeah, I'm showing you 4 different options here. The first one is going to be a Magneto. All I'm doing there is building up 40 charges of magnetism, and then I will use my SP3. Again, on the right side of the screen, top right, I'm using a Hyperion here. I am trying to build up my SP2 and use an SP2 and give him that big armor break and take away all of his armor up bonuses. Now you will notice that I'm just trying here to block his SP1 and SP2, and also when he has his lockdown you will notice that he's not losing much power when he uses an SP2 because that's one of the nodes here. So all you need to do is to just block the specials and then go back in and bring an armor break champion and kill him off. Now on the bottom left of the screen there is Angela. With Angela, just to make sure to I have the right cycling of my specials and have more of the furies, I'm just building almost to 2 bars of power and then use an SP1. So that gives me a quick succession SP1 again, so I can stack up to 3 furies, and I am laying into him. And with Angela's Sig ability now, after the buff that she is resistant to getting all of those debuff on him, it also helps against Civil Centurion or again getting any debuff from the node that is going to be incinerate from hot and bothered. So same on the right side, bottom right, I'm using a Corvus Glaive. Now Corvus Glaive is going to be a long fight, although I have one charge on me still. I have to wait for his Corvus Glaive charges to refresh before I can go and kill him off. So yeah, so these are different champions. Primarily bring in armor break champions. If you can also bring in armor break plus incinerate immune champions, that would be really amazing, because you will also negate both of the nodes that are there, that is hot and bothered, and also quick spark. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you like the tips and tricks. If you did, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on those bell notifications, and also like the video, leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot, and I'll see you on the next video, that is going to be chapter 3.1. So see you guys, and you all have a great day.